I'm the chicken, and today we're doing a question and answers.
Hi, I'm Noodle. And he doesn't know what are the questions you guys submitted. So let's start. Okay, this one is from Nelson Talyara. He said, I'm gonna say it in Tagalog and then I'm just gonna translate it in English so that he can answer it for us.
Because I don't speak Tagalog.
Okay. Ano yung first impression nyo sa isa't isa nung first time nyo magkita? So, what is our first impression of each other when we first met? Our first impression of each other. He's big. That's my first impression.
And my first impression was she was small with big tits.
Baby.
What? I didn't think about your brain when I first saw you. I didn't walk up to you like, oh wow, she looks really smart. Because if I had said that, we wouldn't be here.
Okay. What do you mean? I wouldn't be here.
I said we wouldn't be here. If my first impression was you were a genius, why would I spend time with you?
So you were saying I'm idiot?
No, I'm just saying you were attractive before I thought you were intelligent, and later I found out you were intelligent.
Oh, okay. So I'm
that made it better.
intelligent?
Yes.
Okay, thank
But
you.
my first impression wasn't, how many books you've read or how fast you can do calculus.
Okay, this is second question. Ano yung isang bagay na nakita sa'yo ni Z na wala sa iba na gustong gusto niya sa'yo kaya siya na in love? So, what is one thing that special about me that separate me from others? Do you understand the question?
Yes.
Okay. What is the one thing that's special about me that separates me from others?
That there isn't one thing. The one thing is that there is not one thing that makes you special. There are several things. I mean...
Okay, just at least give them one thing. Nelson, give Nelson one...
Nelson, she's intelligent.
No, I keeps repeating it because I think he just said, Anyway, number 3. Kailan kayo uuwi ng Pinas nang nakasabay ako? When are you going to the Philippines?
I have no plans to go to the Philippines.
Okay, save your other answers because it's... Anyway, later. Okay. So what was your answer again? Say it.
I have no plans to go to the Philippines.
Okay, this is answer. My answer is... I have no answer. Number 4. Is it number 3 earlier? Anyway. Noodle, ano yung isang ugali ni chicken na ayaw mo? What is one ugali? Trait of your na ayaw mo that your husband that you dislike the most? Did you understand the question?
Yes. What is one thing you dislike the most about me?
Yes. Oh, the question is mine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What? I'm not gonna answer the question about myself.
One trait that I dislike the most is, I would say, he doesn't have emotions. Yeah, he doesn't have emotions. So wait, I have a question for you now. If he doesn't have emotion, how do you know that you love me?
Love is not an emotion. Love is a commitment. It's never been an emotion. If you enter a relationship with someone who thinks that love's an emotion, then their emotions will probably fail, so will their relationship.
That's heavy. Anyway, chicken, ano yung isang bagay na ayaw mo kay Noodle? So it's vice versa. What is the one thing that you dislike about me? And now it's your turn.
One thing
dislike about me.
I dislike about you? You always try to make me be on time. I don't like that.
But you know, Filipinos, we have saying like Filipino time? I can't remember. Oh my gosh. Something like that. Like Filipino times. It means that we're always late. Kinda.
Okay.
You know. Sorta. Anyway, okay. Number 6. Chicken, what is your biggest regret in your life? The question is, do you have ever any regrets? But anyway, yeah, this is his question. What is your biggest regret in your life?
My biggest regret is not taking more risk.
Okay. Number 7, from Nelson still.
Oh, Nelson, you're a busy guy.
Yeah, he's really busy. Anyway, sino sa kambal ang nakikita nyo na paglaki kayong-kayo? First of all, not just the twins, include Bunso because we can't leave him out. Okay? Is that correct? We can't leave him out. Okay, which one? Okay, the question is, which one of the ZBs is more likely to be like us in the future? My answer? I want them to be better than me. Yeah, I want them to be better than me. Did I answer his question?
I think so.
Okay, your turn.
I hope none of them be like us. I remember my dad always said, don't be like me, be better than me. And he would say, don't meet me there, beat me there.
Oh, I like that.
And so...
Can you say that again? Don't meet
me there, beat me there.
Ooh.
And so when I look at the ZBs, I don't want them to get to a standard where I am and plateau and say, okay, this is it. This is where I want to be. Or this is what the top is. I want them to say that really, technically, I want them to look at me and say, this is the bottom. And I can only go up from here. So for some of them to be like me, which means they would have to settle and be mediocre or make no attempts, because I'm going to try to propel them through life already. So if they end up being like me after all the propelling and preparing and guiding and governing, then I failed. If they end up being just like me, yeah, that's failure. So hopefully none of them end up being like me.
So do you think you're a failure?
I don't think I'm a failure, but I do think that if I had been raised the way that we're raising them, then I would consider myself a failure for not. I guess what I'm saying is they had to leave the nest, right? So if this is the nest, if the nest is this level, and you just make it to this level, well, really, you haven't left the nest. I mean, if you fall under the nest, or if you build your nest in a higher branch, then you've succeeded. But if you just walk out the nest and, go to the landing and, wave at the people and that's it, what have you done? You've really done nothing.
Okay, Nelson, that's a good one.
Nelson's in Israel?
Yes, he's in Israel. Okay, he's a nurse. Anyway, number 8. Okay, as a father, Chicken, what... Okay, let me say in Tagalog first.
This is still Nelson?
Yes,
okay.
Nelson, from Nelson. As a father, ano ma-advise mo sa ibang tatay when it comes sa pagpapalaki ng anak? So, as a father, what is your advice as it relates to raising children? What is your advice?
I would say inspire them, lead them, protect them, and govern them. But most importantly, they need imagination, they need good nutrition, and they need sleep. They need a peaceful environment to grow in, and that's part of nurturing. So my advice would be, don't pester your kids. I think it's Ephesians the 6th chapter, somewhere in the middle of the verse, where it says, parents, don't provoke your children. No, that's probably the 2nd or 3rd verse. Well, anyway, because of that, I'd say don't provoke your children. Don't provoke your children to anger. Don't provoke your children to malice. Despite how you were raised, you shouldn't really consider raising your children the same way you were raised, because you were raised in a different time. And this generation is different. I mean, Generation Z has access to technology and resources that we didn't have access to. So if your kid is the same age as our kid and they want to spend time on a tablet, I mean, really, honestly, when they grow up and start working, everything's going to be digitized. They're not going to be going to libraries and looking up books and folding newspapers. I mean, if your kid can fold a newspaper neatly,
What?
And you failed, because your kid's not going to have a newspaper. In the next 10 to 15 years, newspapers are going to be gone. Newspapers. And then maybe digital newsletters, but newspapers should be gone.
So are you saying that don't teach them like the old-fashioned way also, as well?
Look, you can tell them stories about history,
Okay.
but if you're teaching your kids and directing them toward a life that's in history, your kid is history already.
Okay. Nelson, huh? Nelson.
Anyway, stay safe in Israel. Visit
Okay.
Palestine while you're there.
Okay.